This ABC 15 Flash Briefing is sponsored by Sanderson Ford. Straight up.
Hello, I'm Justin Pizzera with your top stories from ABC15 Arizona. The coronavirus is continuing to surge across the state. More than 5,400 new cases added on Thursday. That is the second highest report that we have had so far. Just over half of the record, 10,000 cases reported on Tuesday. And then sadly, deaths are also on the rise. 82 new deaths reported. That is the highest it's been since August. 3 Arizona counties could fall into the substantial spread category by next week, which would require businesses to close again or put into place, or mitigations to be put into place. Yavapai, Navajo, and Apache have entered into the substantial level for all 3 metrics. And if it happens for 2 weeks in a row, then action will need to be taken. Pima County could issue a mandatory curfew. Today, an emergency meeting will be held. The county is currently under a voluntary curfew. Also tonight, the city of Tucson's curfew begins nightly from 10 o'clock until 5 o'clock in the morning. ABC 15 hosting a virtual town hall on the winter resurgence of COVID-19. Will Humble, the former state director of public health, says without new mitigation efforts from the governor, Arizonans need to avoid going into indoor places without wearing a mask. Humble saying earlier efforts to reduce the capacity of restaurants, gyms, and theaters were good ideas, but there wasn't even enough enforcement.
You could go anywhere in town, around the state really, and take a look on weekends and see place after place that are not following the mitigation measures. And because the enforcement wasn't in place for those months, we ended up with a continuous escalation in cases, in part.
Humble said vaccinating high-risk populations like nursing home residents will help lower hospitalizations, but that is still weeks or even months away. Today, states are facing a deadline to submit requests for doses of Pfizer's vaccine candidate. Once it's approved, it will determine where in the state the vaccines are shipped. Many states seem to be taking the recommendation from the CDC to prioritize vaccines for healthcare workers and nursing home residents. The Fiesta Bowl is losing some of its fiesta. The organizing committee announcing the January 2nd game will be played without fans. Family members from teams playing will be allowed to attend. The restaurant industry is still struggling, and this week Governor Doug Ducey announcing $1 million in grant money to help restaurants expand their services outdoors. And business owners can start applying for funds on Monday through the Arizona Commerce Authority, but there are some guidelines.
You need to be an Arizona-owned business, have 50 employees or less, and have already been approved by your local governing board and the Arizona Department of Liquor License and Control for an expansion. And at that point, you can qualify up to a $10,000 grant.
Restaurants that do not have outdoor space next to dining rooms would normally have regulations against expanding, but under the order, those rules are lifted. Bogert recommends restaurant owners collect any local permits and liquor licenses they need to expand outside since the grant application opens on Monday. This next story is very cool. Visit Mesa launching the Fresh Foodie Trail Geo Tour. So you'll be geocaching your way through local farms and collect some goodies along the way. Geocaching is an outdoor treasure hunting game where you use mobile apps or GPS to find some hidden things. You'll be stopping at places like Fortuccio Farm, Superstition Dairy Farm, Schneff Farms, Agritopia, and a lot more. So if you go to all 10 spots, you'll get a special gift from the Mesa Visitor Center. You can check out visitmesa.com for all of those details. The Christmas decorations, they're up at the White House, and a nurse from Arizona got to help decorate. Lauren Capalis applied with 8,000 others and was one of 80 people to be chosen to decorate about 10 rooms in the White House. She ended up focusing on the state dining room. Their theme was an English garden theme. Laura says HGTV is airing a special behind-the-scenes look at that decorating process, which is set to air on December the 13th.
Time now for that most accurate forecast. I'm meteorologist Iris Hermosillo. We got freeze warnings in place through the morning for areas across Pinal County and in western Arizona too, in La Paz County and portions of Yuma County. For tonight, then, these alerts will be back in effect for areas across La Paz County like Parker and Quartzsite. But again, for areas across Pinal County and that far southeast pocket of the valley, it's at least through 8 a.m. that we're under that alert. Temperatures today will stay cool with a high of just 66 degrees in Phoenix. We'll reach 60 in Sedona and upper 50s 50s today for Kingman, with highs only in the mid to upper 40s across much of that northern and northeastern portion of the state. Then this weekend gets a little milder, a high of 70 degrees on Saturday, a gorgeous day with abundant sunshine, then mostly sunny and 73 by Sunday. Things start to change as we look ahead into next week. It's going to get warmer first. One disturbance clears out to the east. We start to warm things up through the weekend and early next week, but then we've got another storm system that could bring a slight chance for rain by Wednesday and Thursday.
For the latest headlines, weather, and traffic, just head to abc15.com or download the free ABC15 mobile app.
This ABC 15 Flash Briefing is sponsored by Sanderson Ford. Straight up.